I find your explanation reductive and actually insulting, including to black Americans, to say that black people today, compared to 1964, 1865, haven't made progress in part because of the freedoms we secured. And the Second Amendment was
black
part
people,
of what secured
hang on,
them that
please.
freedom.
I cannot keep a thought if you guys are talking to me in my ear. So hang on 1 second. So to say that black people, say what you said again.
Black people secured their freedoms after the Civil War. It is a historical fact, Don. Just study it. Only after their Second Amendment rights were secured.
They were not secured their freedoms after the Civil War. That is not, you are discounting Reconstruction. You're discounting a whole host of things that happened after the Civil War when it comes to African Americans, including the whole reason that the Civil Rights Movement happened is because black people did not secure their freedoms after the Civil War, and that things turned around. People tried to change the freedoms that were supposed to happen.
And you know how they got it?
War
They got their Second Amendment rights, and they actually got, the NRA played a big role in that. But today, Don, the
NRA did not play a big role in that.
They trained black Americans how to use firearms.
That's a lie. That's not. The NRA did not play a big role in
this. Is just historical fact.
It's
but
not historical fact.
The part that I
just
find
because you say it's historical fact.
The part that I find
insulting
is when you say today black Americans don't have those rights after we have gone through civil rights revolution in this country.
You are sitting here telling an African American about the rights and what you find insulting about the way I live, the skin I live in every day.
Here's where you and I have a different point of view.
Black and white that black people don't have in this country, and that black people do have.
Well, here's where you and I have a different point of view. I think we should be able to express our views regardless of the color of our skin. We should have this debate
I'm not saying you
without me regarding you as a black man,
insulting that
but
you're
me regarding
here,
you as a fellow citizen.
That you're
That's
sitting
what I think
here,
we should see.
whatever ethnicity you are, explaining to me
whatever ethnicity
about
I'm,
what it's like to be black.
Whatever
in America.
ethnicity I'm, I'll tell you what I am. I'm an Indian American. I'm proud of it. But I think we should have this debate. Black, white doesn't matter.
I think we should have this
on
debate.
The content of the ideas.
You should do it in an honest way and in a fair way. And what you're doing is not an honest and fair way. Okay? We appreciate you coming on.
With due respect, Don, I look forward to continuing that conversation.
Thank you. The conversation.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you, Papa.
We'll talk about China.
Yes, let's talk about China.
Next time you come back.
Oh, thank you. Much to say on declaring independence from China.
Okay,
something you
can
can
move on now, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Also, for me, there was I think they said it was a speculation about this video, and also there was another episode he did. I think it was like a couple weeks ago about it was him and it was two white women, and he was he was talking about how women hit the wall at 40s and 50s, and women are in their 20s and everything, and a lot of people. Women, thought that could say, hey, they think that was kind of sexist as well. So me, I think that was another thing that CNN was seeing that as too, seeing that as, hey, looking at, his history these past couple months, he's not following the agenda or anything. But look, I'm not surprised. Like I'm not surprised. Like if you see Don Lemon and also what's the other guy from Fox News we got who the party?
Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson. You're gonna see a lot of these people who's be on the news go independent, and you can be on YouTube, Twitch, Rumble. You're gonna see a lot. It's happening right now. We've seen it right now. We're gonna see a lot of people who's going to the news, go independent. Start monetize their own stuff, and it's gonna be a shift. It's gonna be a shift in the culture as a lot of people's gonna be cable is expensive. YouTube is free. Streaming services start getting a little bit expensive. Streaming services is starting to get a little bit more expensive. So what's the stuff you can get free content in? It's YouTube. And for us at Chaos Culture Radio, we try to monetize ourselves and try to make our independent platform as well. But yeah, you're gonna see a lot of these people. You're gonna see a lot of these people that's in the news go away. You're gonna see a lot of people going the independent route because they got the fan base, and then when they start their own platform, they can constantly make money. And you're gonna see a lot of that in the future. Well, we've seen it now. You're gonna see a lot more coming to the future. That's my take on it.
Man, Jordan, you on fire with them two analysis on two of the reasons why he might be let go. I was about to say this video just resurfaced because they say this was the last video he done before he got the email. Well, the text messages from his agent that he's been terminated for CNN. Now, he's been at CNN for 17 years, so imagine how a man will feel when he wakes up in the morning getting ready for work and then find out from your agent that you no longer work there. Pretty heartbreaking. And then Tucker Carlson, who didn't get fired, but who literally split ways because me, like I agree with you, Jordan, 110%. It's a simple fact. I think he has other prime engagement, because people don't understand Tucker Carlson really now have his own podcast show where he just recently interviewed the former president Donald J. Trump. So I think a lot of these people are going independent, but I don't think for Don Lemon, he wasn't thinking about independent. It just hit him left field. And I think because the simple fact of the women, and also because of this video here, which I think he said nothing wrong. To me, it was just a historical fact. Black people never benefit from the Civil War, because at the end of the day, I can go more in depth with that. At the end of the day, we had to do the civil rights movement so we could get some form of respect in this nation. So what's the wrong in that? But hey, I don't run CNN. They do. That's my take.
You're 100% right. Honestly, I think they fired him because he became woke. That's my opinion, because that last thing didn't sound like the Don Lemon we know from 10 to 20 for the 10, 17 years. He really put that Indian boy in his place. How can you speak on black issues? But I think as you get older, your mind starts to change. Don Lennon's mind he's been different these last couple episodes before he's been getting fired. He's been talking some we are the people's type stuff and starting to head into a way that didn't 100% go with the ideology of CNN. And you know the reason why they got rid of Tucker. So CNN is just cleaning house. I'm happy, I'm saying, CNN is cleaning house. And God is good. So I just think this is good. I think Don Lemon is going to do phenomenally well if he gets on YouTube. I think paid media is dying. CNN, CBS, and all these things. We already know it's propaganda media. So these career journalists are going to come here and clear house. I would love to see a Don Lemon network with the mindset he's having now. You know what I mean? Like a Roland Martin. Listen, as soon as Roland Martin had left wherever he was at, he became woke. He became Black Power. And this is sometimes what has to happen. So, I'm happy that he got fired. I'm happy he has the next 20 years to do some work, and hopefully it's for the community. That's my take.
A question for you both. Do you think he should do a collab with Tucker Carlson? Because Tucker Carlson was a beast in the Fox network.
I would see that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see him do a panel once or twice, but you know what, Ronnie? I'll say that'll be something. That'll be something, because if they do something like something on YouTube like that, oh yeah, that would be sweet. They'll definitely do numbers. Go ahead, Hakeem.
You want to know something? I wouldn't mind a collaboration. I wouldn't mind a collaboration with anybody. But I do think that Tucker Carlson was a juggernaut. And I think that CNN are going to lose a lot of money by getting rid of him and Don Lemon, especially Tucker. Tucker was more revered, for his conservative thoughts and views on things. And he was an avid Trump supporter. So, yes, I do agree. A Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon podcast would be good. A Don Lemon podcast would be great too. Him getting back into work, just like Roland Martin, Unfiltered. He created a whole network as soon as he left that place. So the possibilities are endless.
There you have it, folks. That's why it's very important to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. And also, go in the community tab. In the community tab, there's a Chaos Culture Radio t-shirt, President Hakeem new book, Black Love. Come and support the platform, because you know how we get down and you know how we rock. Thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. We are over and out.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.